Here, Alex Jones explains why Trump is walking a tightrope and why the deep state is more and more putting more squeeze on him.
Wasn't a problem and people died, they would say that he was a horrible. President Trump, going back 3 months ago, knew that he was walking a tightrope. If he came out and said that coronavirus wasn't a problem and people died, they would say that he was a horrible, cold-blooded murderer. That's how the media was setting it up. But if he overreacted, it would trigger a global depression, and then hundreds of millions would start starving to death, as the United Nations now officially admits.
So this is crazy. And not only people are going to starve, but this is going to get serious. It's going to get serious. Food supply, setting it up for starvation. It's all about population control and power.
30 million currently starving to death, 135 million potentially starving to death in the next 12 months. Well, now that the Democrats and the deep state and the UN are openly blaming Trump for the communist Chinese virus, the lab-made system, Trump understands he has to go ahead and level with the American people that the response to the virus has been a hoax. That starting with communist China and then Europe and now the United States, blue cities and states have coded through the hospitals all deaths. It could be from a lightning strike. It could be from a car wreck, gunshot wound, cancer, tuberculosis, hundreds of things that they then code as COVID-19 because they get $13,000+ for just having a patient there, $39,000 when they put an intubation tube into your lungs. And all these doctors and nurses, hundreds of them, are going public. YouTube tried to ban all these videos. It still failed. Now the doctors are all in the local news in Texas, California, Michigan, Florida, New York.
They just banned that doctor that I did. They banned the one I did. This is why we're going to get into our own system, video system. This is censorship at the peak, and it's time to get over it.
Don't know what to do. The system is panicking. That's why it came out today that inside the White House, and I can confirm this is the case, Trump knows overall it's a hoax, and he's preparing to basically come out and expose the fact that, yes, it's a man-made virus, weaponized cold virus that was made in labs under Obama and Fauci 10 years ago. Then it was made illegal 5 years ago in the U.S. because of pressure, so they moved it to Wuhan. Chapel Hill, North Carolina, University of Texas, both caught red-handed working under Obama, transferring it, and Trump knows he's going to get the blame. America's going to get the blame, and this economy and the world economy is going to die. So it's now confirmed by South African insurance companies that have actuaries, the best numbers out there, that 29 times the people are dying from starvation in South Africa right now that are dying from COVID. So Bill Gates has been caught laughing on all these TV shows. I'll play a clip in a moment. Giggling when they talk about the global collapse is not going to end, it's going to be horrible. And he's like, because he wants to depopulate people. He's on record, and he sells you the vaccine, 7.5 billion dosages of it. This is so incredibly dangerous. Even top scientists admit a rushed vaccine is even more dangerous than the regular vaccines. This is about a global government power grab by the WHO, by the communist Chinese, who Bill Gates is heavily invested in. And it's dangerous to expose Bill Gates, but it's something that's got to be done, and I can tell you President Trump's getting ready to go after him. And other countries and leaders get it. Africa and Latin America and Asia are going to be the hardest hit, especially Africa, because half of Africa's business is selling products to the rest of the world, especially farm products, flowers for the flower market. That's one of their biggest exports. So the Tanzanian president blames lab after goat papaya test positive for coronavirus. So they said, let's see how accurate these are. So they sent a goat and a papaya and had them tested, and they tested positive. And why is that? Because the material in a coronavirus is in all living things. The coronavirus is the most common virus there is. We all have them inside our bodies. So when you're being tested and they tell you you're positive, it's because you have the material of the regular coronavirus. It means crown or ring around the sun, ring of fire. You've got to check these out for yourself. And let's add one more big piece to this. You know the lady out of work for months, going bankrupt, can't feed her family in Dallas, the salon owner? The governor can commute the sentence of a murderer under state law. So can the president at a federal level. The governor ordered that poor woman who faces a $7,000 fine and 7 days in jail released by that judge. And that judge told the governor, F you, even though there's a giant protest, because he's a Democrat appointed by Obama. These people are crazy, and they're involved in a giant power grab. And the Democrats and all these billionaires, you know, it's the Democrats have the most billionaires. They all live on these palatial estates, folks. They all got helicopters. They all got servants and butlers. While you're sitting there in your apartment or your house, going bankrupt, and the bailouts haven't gotten to the poor people. They haven't gotten to the middle class because the computers all seize up. The Democrats have already grabbed it all. Jeff Bezos got $30 billion of taxpayer money. We went to try to get a bailout for all the money we're losing during this InfoWars. They told us, sorry, you don't qualify. So this whole thing's a giant scam, ladies and gentlemen. Trump's done the best he can. And even if this was a deadly, super deadly virus, worse than the flu, which it turns out it's not, capitulating and shutting down civilization will get us all killed. If you want to stay in your house and starve to death, go ahead. But I'm not doing it. And I'm not wearing your burqa mask to say humans are bad. I'm not going to stop shaking hands like Fauci said. All you globalists can go to hell. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please understand that this is about the takedown of civilization by mega corporations that want to vertically integrate the economy. That's why all the big companies are allowed to stay open, the Walmarts and the CVSs and the Costcos and the Targets. But mom and pop places are all shut down. The good news is America and the world's waking up, and Trump's getting ready to come out against the hoax in full. I can tell you that. He's even talking about disbanding the whole task force because that gives...
He is talking about banning the whole task force. We see how it comes out. The judicial system is so damn corrupt in the United States, and the FBI included. It's scary. The only thing keeping Trump alive is his money and his power that he's put into the services, military services. Otherwise, he'd be dead. Thank God for that, and the military.
Gives the NIH and all these corrupt people involved with Gates, involved with the Wuhan lab, the pretext for...
NIH, same as CDC, they're all involved.
Total control over society. And in closing, we don't have big globalist funding like Bill and Melinda Gates. We are funded by viewers and people like you. So check out the great products that we have at InfoWarsStore.com and the high quality storable foods that we have in stock that you can order right now. We may have to pause order soon because we may sell out. And realize your word of mouth is the only way this important report gets out to people so they can know the truth about what's happening. Project Veritas caught CBS News and others undercover admitting they staged with actors, filled hospitals, and body bags. That's on Infowars.com. I mean, it's all coming out, but we have to get it out to everybody else that doesn't understand what's happening. If you don't Paul Revere this, we lose and we slide into an endless depression. The first world collapses, the third world dies, and then we collapse completely and die later. That's the global depopulation plan. It's in my film Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, that's still free online while you can still get it. Please watch it and please spread it and please spread this video. God bless you all.
There you are. Pretty powerful stuff. And they can't shut this banned video down. YouTube may close or get rid of my video, but I am going to get money out and get on my own video program. I'm tired of their BS. This is Roger Martin for Billings, Montana. The positive thing is we got to fight, and a worldwide war is coming. If we don't fight these billionaires on the liberal side, we are going to be proverbially screwed. Roger Martin for Billings, Montana. Good day.